30 seconds of prayer. And yet with 30 seconds of being quiet, you could still hear noise, couldn't you? It's Sunday morning, we're in church, and there's still some of that noise that permeates around us, doesn't it? Now we've got a whole lot of more noise today than in Jesus' day. But when Jesus was surrounded by all of this noise, all these things that would distract him, that would help to prevent him to keep his mind on other things, what did Jesus do? We remember him with the thousands of crowds. We remember with all of the people. We might remember him maybe just with the 12 disciples. But just before our text, just before he goes and he gathers together some of his disciples, that morning, Jesus went to a quiet place, pray. 3 verses after our text for today. And yet the news about Jesus spread all the more. So the crowds of people came to him and to be healed of their sicknesses. But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places to pray. Jesus had a lot to do, didn't he? 3 years of ministry that totally changed the course of human history. That totally changed the course of salvation history. He had a lot of healing, a lot of preaching. He had a lot of things that he had to do. And yet, what did he do? Often, he went away to a lonely place. Pray. Where he could be with just him and his God. In the last 2 weeks, I've mentioned parts of our text where Jesus went to the synagogue to worship, as was his habit. The gospel lesson 2 weeks ago, the gospel lesson last week. What was Jesus' regular habit? What you all are doing today. Gathering together to worship. Together. He saw that as important. But he also made the time. And if anyone was busy, it was Christ. He had 3 years to get all of this done. But it was his habit, his norm, to get away from all of the noise. Go to a lonely place. Pray and talk with his Father. Just before he had incredible decisions, what did Jesus do? The same thing. The night before he chose which of his disciples were going to be his 12, Matthew tells us he spent all night long in prayer with his Father. Just before Jesus was going to be crucified, where did he go? He brought his disciples to the Garden of Gethsemane. And he kept 3 of his disciples away and said, I go off by myself to pray and to be alone with my Father. Why did Jesus need alone time? To renew, to refresh, to be strengthened for what was about to happen. To talk with his Father about the wisdom of the decisions he was about to make. Do we need renewal? Do we need to be strengthened? Do we need to be lifted up? You better believe it. So we need to be where we are right now. Gathering together, hearing his word, receiving baptism. But we also need quiet with our Lord. Have you ever had someone say, and I have heard this said a number of times, Well, okay, Pastor, yeah, you say that we should worship, but I worship best when I'm out in nature. When I'm out there in the country, whether it's in the prairies, whether it's in the middle of the mesquite, whether it's out on the ocean, when I'm out there in the nature, that's where I can really worship. Well, God, what's going on? First of all, do we need that quiet, away from the noise? Yes, we do. But there's a difference between being in the quiet with our Lord and just being out there in the quiet. On the one hand, you're just kind of empty yourself, which humanly speaking sometimes feels very good. But when we're there, and we're in prayer, and we're in the Word, and we're taking ourselves away from the noise, that fills us up. That fills us. It strengthens us. Points us back to our baptism. And there we are renewed again. Just as Colby was renewed this morning. In the quiet waters. So sometimes in our faith and in our spiritual life, we need quiet and alone with our Lord. Away from all the noise of life that distracts, that interferes, that gets in the way. Now may that peace that passes all understanding keep your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus our Lord.